that ties in.
It should.
It ties in into what we're talking about today. Today,
you go.
No, today we're talking about purpose under pressure.
Purpose under the pressure.
Purpose under pressure. And initially you'll hear pressure, and sometimes human nature will want to automatically default to something negative.
Right.
We didn't put a definition on pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure is pressure.
Yeah.
Purpose under pressure. Would you, first off, what's your perspective on purpose under pressure?
It's my life. It's right down to day and right down with clock.
Yeah.
Because we never know who's coming into the journey, I'll reference, I just had my 1 year entrepreneurial anniversary or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So October 3rd was my last day in corporate 2022.
Yeah.
And at the time of this recording, it's a few days after that in 2023. And it's been the waves.
Yeah.
Like I will say, if those that have listened to the other episodes know where we were this summer, we were in a thing coming out of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now the pressure is performance. Before, the pressure was money because I mismanaged some things. I was a little too slow to react to some things that I saw coming just out of pride and ego.
Right.
But now God is answering the prayers of, here you go. I'm like, ooh, are my systems in place?
Yeah.
I've been talking about getting help and I really need help. Now I have to have it.
Right.
So these things are pushing me. The pressure is pushing me to where I need to be. But it's also a little bit, I'm a little apprehensive.
Yeah.
In general, I'm not going to say scared, but it's like the nervous butterflies. Before you shoot a free throw, before you get up to battle, or whatever it is in football, whatever y'all do. When a running back do the thing with the thing. But yeah, that's why I'm at. How did it? Because this was your thing.
Yeah. It to me, it's a dual meaning. But to stick to the topic, it was more of a something circling back around. And what I mean is, there's a lot of things I am addressing now in this phase of my life that some would view as, hey, you were supposed to do that 2 phases ago, earlier. For the prime example, school. I'm back in school right now. Well, obviously, I gave school a shot earlier in my life, walked away from it for several reasons. One reason was financial opportunity presented itself.
Mm-hmm.
So all too well, I know a lot of people know that story all too well, where, hey man, I was in school. I convinced myself I'm in school to get this degree to make this type of money. However, this type of money has already presented itself. Should I stay in school?
Right.
Well, now we've mentioned in past episodes, if you don't get a lesson, that lesson gonna represent itself.
Spin the block.
Spin the block. You either got that lesson the first time and now you're gonna pass this refresher,
yeah,
or you about to get that lesson this time. Well, lo and behold, it's kind of showing its head again. Here lately, especially, there's a lot of transitions and moves and things that we're in the middle of in my household, financially, with business expansions, etc., where now school is kind of an inconvenience. Even with the show, the network, there's a lot of opportunities presenting themselves, and now school is I dare not call it a hindrance, but it's certainly in the way. But I can't buy into school being in the way, because of the purpose that I set for myself of why I went back to school. So now being mindful of what that purpose is. So now when these outside forces start acting on you, acting on the situation, acting on that purpose, now that purpose is under pressure. So now, do you say, hey, let me pause school and let me go make this money, or let me grow these opportunities, this network, this fellowship? These gentlemen are talking, hey, now y'all need to come on so we can go do this.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a minute. You know what I mean?
I think the beauty of it that just hit me because of where I am in the phase is the confusion when you're in it.
Yeah.
Like you're not knowing, like it's all good challenges to have.
Yeah.
What you just presented are all great challenges.
Right.
I think the coolest part about it is when you get beyond it and see how they all work together because you stuck through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you start putting things off and you said the lesson has to come back around, the lesson gonna come back around. It just may be putting off the coming together of all the things if you put some more space and time versus like trying to, I guess, thug through it or push through it.
Through it and push through.
Because I felt like that in my career, man. I spent the first few years of my career frustrated.
Man.
Right? But all of it literally came together around year 9 or 10. I was able to have conversations. I was able to explain things. I was able to connect the dots on certain things where other people didn't have that specific experience. But I was able to draw on it and it made sense. So I think it'll be, and the network ain't going nowhere.
which also heightens your value. It intensifies. It makes you that much more valuable, but you didn't even know it. You didn't know you were getting these gems and gemstones to put in your bag to where it's later like, I think I got something for that. Hold on a minute. And you can dig in your bag and come out with a solution. The big part is, let's focus, we'll split this up. Let's focus on purpose because that's very important. There's a different reason for the types of movements that this is a father's show. Let's stick to that perspective. There are decisions we have to make as fathers, as the heads of our households. Debate that on your own, but there's a structure here that we function in that space. Our families and our households have signed up and accept that space as well. So from the standpoint of head of household, man of the house, making decisions on behalf of your family, the importance of being aware of the purpose. How important or necessary, or do you even see the necessity in, I'm aware of what the purpose is. I'm aware of perhaps how many purposes I have and I'm trying to serve at one time.
Yeah.
How much of that purpose do you feel necessary to share with the household or share with my wife, but not necessarily go beyond that? It's just me and my wife discussing the purpose. How much of the purpose needs to trickle down through the children?
Yeah.
The purpose of the household. And I know that was a lot and a lot of parts to it, but address that part for me, the significance of the purpose.
Yeah, it was it's as timely as all other conversations have proven to be. Literally over the weekend,
Man,
we had a conversation with 2 of our children about what they're seeing from us as parents, right? And how they interpret what they're seeing, right? So are we spending enough time? Are we asking the right questions? Are we reading their body language and their facial expressions the right way? And the answer was no in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like intentional negligence. It was, we're so busy trying to get down this path to do these things for our family that we were kind of lacking a little bit.
Right.
And that's kind of what this platform is, right? This platform is not about us being professional parents.
Right.
It's about us being relevant examples to a community that can kind of take our lived experiences and either work through how it resonates and cause some different conversations or avoid some stuff